Gentlemen, I want to introduce a subject that I think will surprise you and even challenge your perspective. We're talking about strength, age, wisdom, and we're diving into these by focusing on older women. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're delving into 11 psychological insights about older women, illuminated by the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Now, this isn't just about admiration or respect. This is about recognizing the Stoic virtues that many older women embody and how, as Stoic men, we can draw powerful lessons from them to improve our own lives. Welcome to Stoic Infinite, where we aim to explore how the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy can apply to the modern world we live in. As men dedicated to discipline, wisdom, and resilience, I invite you to join me in learning how older women, with all their experience and insight, can teach us valuable lessons about living with purpose, clarity, and intention. Let's get into it. 1. Self-sufficiency as a power. Let's start with self-sufficiency. Have you ever noticed that older women, as they age, often seem to master this incredible ability to find fulfillment and joy from within themselves? It's remarkable. They don't rely on external validation or approval like society might expect. Instead, they turn inward for strength. Now, Stoicism teaches that true happiness doesn't come from what's outside of us, it comes from what we can control. Our thoughts, actions, and reactions are entirely within our power, while external approval is not. When you look at older women who've mastered self-sufficiency, it's like watching a living example of this Stoic truth. As Stoics, we should aspire to this kind of independence. Real happiness and contentment don't come from things or people, but from knowing that our inner strength is what really sustains us. 2. Presence is a privilege. As women age, they become more selective about how they spend their time and, more importantly, with whom they spend it. Their presence isn't something they offer lightly. They are intentional about it, and as a result, others begin to value their presence much more. This is such a powerful idea because it aligns directly with the Stoic principle of valuing what is scarce. Marcus Aurelius often reminds us that time is the most precious resource we have, and older women, having lived through so much of theirs, understand this on a deep level. They've seen time slip by, and they know its value better than anyone. For us, as Stoic men, the takeaway is simple: treat your time as precious, invest it wisely, and be intentional with whom you share it. Because when your presence is a privilege, it's cherished, not wasted. 3. Emotional balance. One of the most striking things about older women is their emotional depth and balance. They've seen so much of life's highs and lows, and through that, they've learned how to hold both joy and sorrow in balance. This is a hallmark of Stoicism. Life is full of challenges, and emotions are inevitable, but the key is not to be ruled by them. Older women demonstrate this mastery. Whether they've dealt with loss, joy, disappointment, or pride, they navigate emotions without letting them take over. As Stoics, we should strive to follow this example. We aim to control our emotions, rather than letting them control us. When we can hold space for all of life's experiences, both good and bad, we find a deeper peace and clarity. 4. Wisdom in setting boundaries. Have you ever noticed how older women tend to be really good at setting boundaries? It's like they've learned, over time, to protect their energy and their peace. And they do it without guilt. They're not afraid to say no when something or someone crosses a line, and they don't feel the need to explain themselves. This is such a crucial Stoic principle. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. In Stoicism, we're taught to focus on what we can control, and that includes making sure that others don't have undue influence over our lives. By setting firm boundaries, older women ensure that external influences don't disrupt their inner peace. As men striving to live according to Stoic values, we can learn a lot here. Boundaries are about maintaining control over your life and ensuring that you protect your own energy from being drained by negativity or manipulation. 5. Acceptance of life's complexity. Life is a mix of good and bad, there's no avoiding it. And that's something older women seem to understand more than most. Stoicism teaches us to accept life in its entirety, not just the pleasant parts. This concept is known as amor fati, or love of fate, accepting and even embracing whatever happens, good or bad, as part of the natural order. Older women, having lived through both the highs and the lows, often embody this acceptance. They've faced personal losses, challenges, victories, and joys, and they understand that life's complexity is something to be embraced, not resisted. This is a crucial lesson for us as Stoic men. Life will throw us curveballs, but it's our ability to accept them with grace that defines our strength and resilience. 6. Detachment from external opinions. One of the most liberating qualities of older women is how little they care about what others think. They've stopped seeking approval from external sources. They embody one of Stoicism's most powerful teachings: focus on what you can control, and let go of everything else. Epictetus tells us that it's not what happens to us that matters, but how we react to it. Older women, through years of experience, have learned this lesson. They've come to realize that what other people think of them is irrelevant. Their confidence comes from within, not from others' validation. As Stoics, we should aim to release the same need for approval. When we focus on our own actions and values, rather than worrying about the opinions of others, we gain the freedom to live authentically and confidently. Alright, my brothers. Let's pause for a moment of reflection, because as Stoics, we know the power of stillness and self-assessment. I want to thank all of you who are part of this Stoic Infinite community. Every like, comment, and share strengthens our shared mission of becoming the best versions of ourselves. If you're new here, I'm glad you've joined us on this path. We're only halfway through our journey of mastering Stoic virtues, and before we continue, let's take a quick break for a message from our supporters. Think of this as a chance to sharpen your mind before we dive deeper into your Stoic transformation. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an opportunity to level up your Stoic discipline. Share this video with a fellow brother, it could be the spark they need. Now, let's return to our Stoic path. 7. Mastery of resilience. Older women have lived through challenges that we may not even be able to comprehend yet. But it's not just the challenges they've faced, it's how they've faced them that sets them apart. They've developed a resilience that Stoicism values above almost anything else. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not something to be feared. It's part of life. In fact, it's in the face of challenges that we build real strength. Older women have faced heartbreak, loss, illness, and disappointment, and yet, they've come out the other side stronger, wiser, and more resilient. They show us that suffering doesn't define you, your response to suffering does. 8. Prioritization of what truly matters. As we age, it becomes easier to identify what truly matters in life. This is a lesson that older women have learned well, and it's one that aligns closely with Stoic principles. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and part of that involves identifying what is most important to us and letting go of distractions and superficial concerns. Older women have developed a clarity of focus over time. They've discarded what doesn't matter, be it material wealth, unnecessary social obligations, or trivial worries, and have learned to prioritize relationships, health, and inner peace. As Stoics, we can take a page from their book and regularly reassess what's truly important in our own lives. 9. Commanding respect without force. There's a certain power in quiet confidence, and older women often possess it in spades. They don't demand respect, they command it effortlessly, simply by being themselves. Their calm and self-assured presence draws respect from others without force or ego. In Stoicism, true strength is quiet and grounded in self-respect. As Stoic men, we aim to command respect not through force or manipulation, but through the integrity of our actions and the firmness of our values. Older women show us that real power lies in consistency, authenticity, and grace. 10. Deep connection with nature's cycles. Older women tend to have a profound connection with the natural world and its cycles. Over time, they develop a deep appreciation for the ebb and flow of life, understanding that everything has its season, times of growth, decline, and renewal. This mirrors the Stoic reverence for nature and its inevitable cycles. For us, as Stoics, this connection to nature is a reminder to live in harmony with the natural order, accepting the rhythms of life. There's peace in knowing that everything follows its course, and that understanding helps us navigate our own journeys with greater acceptance and wisdom. 11. Mastering the art of saying no. Older women have mastered the art of saying no. They don't feel the need to apologize for it either. Every no is a yes to their own priorities, health, and peace of mind. In a world where we're constantly pulled in different directions, this is an invaluable skill. Marcus Aurelius reminds us not to waste what remains of our lives on the opinions or desires of others. Stoicism values time and autonomy over pleasing others, and older women have embraced this wisdom fully. As Stoic men, we too must learn to protect our time and energy, saying no when necessary to preserve what truly matters to us. So, what can we, as Stoic men, learn from these 11 psychological insights into older women? Through the lens of Stoicism, we see that older women often embody many of the virtues we strive to cultivate: resilience, self-sufficiency, emotional balance, and wisdom. By taking these lessons to heart, we can walk our path with greater clarity, strength, and purpose. Thank you for joining me today on Stoic Infinite. If you found value in this discussion, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And share this with a fellow brother, it might just be the inspiration he needs. Remember, we walk this Stoic path together, stronger and wiser with every step. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay resilient, and always live with purpose.